Good morning. Welcome to day 9 of 100 days of making comics. Ooh, coffee. Ooh. So it's early. I managed to get up early. And I guess I'm gonna have to finish this run first before anything coherent is gonna come out of my mouth. I went to the comic book store, for research purposes. I went in with a very simple rule, if you will. I always, like, when I do go to a comic book store, I get seriously overwhelmed. I mean, some of the comic book stores that I go to here in London are just so big. There's just so much stuff, and I can't help but gravitate towards stuff I know, like X-Men and Star Wars and, the big brands, basically. Marvel at some art and then realize I have no idea where they're at in continuity and like what storylines and people I thought were dead are back and then I just give up and walk out. So this time, I had a very simple rule: no trades or anything like that, because for some reason I never finish reading them. I just look at the pictures, which says a lot about the story, I suppose, or my taste in comic books. Just go for a cover you like. Go for something that stands out. So the ones I got were Karnak, and if I remember correctly, that is one of the Inhumans. What I didn't realize is that this comic book was actually written by Ellis of Preacher and The Punisher. So I think this could be worth my time, or it's going to be entertaining at least. And Limbo by Waters and Wijngaard. That's a very Dutch name. Just like the cover. Let's do a little research. I am Karnak. I like the dialogue already. Oh no. Here's an ad. Star Wars Vader Down, a 6-part crossover event. Already? You've been publishing Star Wars comic books for like 6 months, and there's already a crossover event. This is funny. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was one of my guilty pleasures for a long time, and then it actually got a little better. And then in season 2 they started introducing the Inhumans, which I really enjoyed and was really wondering about, because the movie is so far off. Like, it was like 2018 or 19, and they're almost turning it into like by the end of season 2. I haven't started 3 yet, by the way, but by the end of season 2 they almost turned it into like a Professor Xavier School for the Gifted, the television show, which is awesome. And it's still nice and cheesy, I'll admit, but yeah, it's fun. It's good comic book schlock television, especially compared to some of the Netflix stuff. Like, I mean, Daredevil was phenomenal, but like, you know, it's like Game of Thrones level of violence. I love the art; it's very gritty. Um, I'm looking at it, like its panels and stuff like that. It's very clean actually. It's just very straight up panels, nothing crazy. But like the faces and the figures, they're all very rough and fast, which has me thinking. For some reason, like when I think about wanting to do my pages, I want it to be like perfect. You know? And I like the deadline I've been having the past week where it's like, I don't have time. I need to get this out. So, Karnak. Very cool. Alright, let's do some more research, shall we? Very different kind of art. I love this. You see that? The fish? The tentacles. It's gone. It's very stylized. It's very cool. I like the use of colors in this. It's very comic booky. That panel right there. I like this panel. I quite like it actually. I think the whole Day of the Dead Mexican skull thing is a bit overdone. Maybe because I just saw it in Spectre and James Bond. So I'm like, well, if James Bond has it, that means it's done. Like, there's definitely some rougher panels, and then it gets super stylized again. I don't know if that's to save time or because I quite like the really stylized art, you know. There's lots of bold colors. It's a pretty comic book. And this story, it's a bit wordy, but like the story of demonic possession and drug dealers and like all that stuff. It's cool. And I like the demons being straight up like sharp teeth and like eating people. So this was issue 1. Oh, check me out. Picking up number 1s. This was issue number 1. Man, how lucky am I? I really didn't pay attention. So I got 2 number 1s. Oh my god, these are going to be collector's items. It's like the 90s all over again. Where's my glossy embossed cover? So yes, that is my start of day 9. Doing research.